Well, a very, very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Kern High Network, live exclusive coverage of high school activities in the Kern High School District, the southern section of the CIF. That's where we are tonight. Tonight's activity, varsity football. We're at Frontier High School, where the Titans are hosting their next-door neighbors, the Centennial Golden Hawks, who they played 14 nights ago. This is going to be a big one. The semifinals in the CIF Southern Section. I'm Vance Palm. I'm joined by my longtime partner and former head coach here at Frontier High School, none other than the incomparable head coach, Rich Cornford. Well, Coach, 14 nights ago, we were looking at these two teams, and we can unpack that as the evening goes. But here we go. It's kickoff. Centennial will receive as the ball's going up. Let me get your thoughts, Coach.
Well, it should be a great game. Two of the best offensive lines, two of the best defenses, some of the best athletes in town going at it, which is what you expect in the second round of the Division 1A playoffs.
Centennial starts off with pretty good field position, which is going to be important, Coach. I talked to head coach Richie Starrett. I know you did as well. Talked to both coaches, and one of the things that's going to be paramount for Centennial Golden Hawks is to make the prudent, wise decisions, yet take a few gambles here and there, but something like good field position is going to be at a premium.
Yes, it will. You know, Coach Starrett understands football as well as anybody. He knows he's got a great offensive line. He's going to lean on them. He's going to lean on the running of Grant behind that offensive line and realize his special teams have to really play well again tonight to make sure Frontier doesn't get any explosive returns.
Three wide on the right side. They stay on the ground, and they give the ball on the left side. The ball gets up to about the 35, and that's Jason Grant. Who else but Jason Grant? I wanted to get a couple of close-up photographs of Jason earlier. Boy, he's just locked in, completely dialed in and focused and ready for this game.
Yeah, and, you know, he's new here at Centennial, but his uncle was a really good running back here back when the school just opened up, when Jake Stubbe was the quarterback. So that Grant name is familiar to these Golden Hawks, and he's rushed for over 1,000 yards this year, and he's going to probably need to go for about 140, 150 tonight for the Golden Hawks to have a really good chance.
Coach Cornford putting the number out there. I like it, Coach. I like it. 2nd and 6, it looks like. 2nd and 6. In motion just for a second was Roland Myers. They give the ball to Myers. Nice to see that he's active tonight. That was going to be a question mark. He gets one or two. Very tough kid. Banged up. Talked to Coach Starrett. He says he's going to be active tonight.
Yeah, he's a good, tough kid. He actually was my grandson's flag football coach this year. My grandson was looking at my roster here, and he said, hey, I know that guy. So
did he give him any lip, your grandson?
I hope not. But Roland, he's a heck of a good football player, and he's really necessary because he's the kind of the Robin to Grant's Batman.
I hope not. That's beautiful. Fun night ahead. 3rd and 4, the first third down of the evening. They stay on the ground. Grant met right in the middle of the hash marks, and nothing doing there. It'll be 4th and a long 5. 4th and a long 5. I'd be surprised if we see the punt team come on. I'm sorry, if we don't see the punt team come on, and here they come.
Yeah, and you look at the scenario, that 3rd and 4, which is normally a decent third down if you can throw the ball well. And, you know, I don't think Centennial throws the ball all that well without Santiago at quarterback, and so Frontier had all 11 guys within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage, just makes converting that extra tough. Be careful here, punting the ball.
Ball bobbled, look out, major league trouble, thrown down. Maverick Moore bobbles it on cue with Coach Cornford saying, look out, let's make sure we handle that ball. It was a decent snap, not the greatest, but it had a little wobble to it. And Moore fumbles, and ouch, just like that. The Titans will take over on a 1st and 10 ahead of the 15-yard line going into the Golden Hawks territory. Yikes.
Well, I think it's one of those things when you're Centennial and you're punting to a guy that just got offered from Fresno State. A lot of things are going through your head as the punter, that you know you're going to have to directionally kick it. You don't want to get a good return. You want to get some height on it. and then you kind of forget about the most important thing, which is the ball.
Brady Campbell in the shotgun. Quick little pitch to Malcolm Watkins. Flag on the play. Watkins knocked out of bounds. So a quick flag, first yellow of the game.
Watkins, penalty marker thrown at the 17-yard line on the near side.
Not sure if Frontier had 7 men on the line of scrimmage.
The eagle eye of Rich Cornford. Coach, as they get this sussed out, your thoughts on some of the numbers that you've compiled here and what you're looking at and some of the things we can look for tonight as an audience?
Well, I mean, very balanced. When you look at the points per game, Centennial averages 32, gives up 18. Frontier averages 28, gives up 19. Now, Frontier's schedule is a little tougher than Centennial, so that makes up some of it. But Frontier's on a 4-game winning streak, one of those wins against Centennial, like you said, 2 weeks ago. So the Titans are really hot right now.
March it back, 1st and 15 now. Campbell, this time hands the ball off, and that's our player of the game.
On the carry, number 25, R.J. Green.
2 weeks ago, R.J. Green, well-deserved Kern High Network player of the game. Iced it with a pick 6, but he'd already carried the ball, some key carries and some huge hits.
Yeah, and you'll see both of these linebackers for the Titans play running back, Green and Slayton. They're both very good. The strength of Centennial Golden Hawks is their defense, though. Andy Coyle, the D coordinator, has a group that plays hard and fast.
2nd and 12. Green on the left hip of Campbell. Campbell looks to throw, fires to the corner, has his man, likes it, almost a one-handed grab and almost pulled in by Kobe Watson. Ooh, close.
And Campbell has plenty of weapons. Throwing to Watson out there. He's got offers from Washington, Fresno State, Colorado State. And it's one thing when you're playing against a kid that's Division I caliber, you've got a game plan against him. It gets very difficult when they've got 2 and 3 guys that are Division I guys out there because you can't double team them all.
Coach, possibly 2-down territory here. Even though it's 3rd and 12, they can pick up the first down just by getting to the 7-yard line. We'll see. Campbell, I formation behind center, flicks it out to his right side. And the pass just caused Roy Vaughn to do a bit of a pirouette to turn around and catch it, so it's complete. Picks up a few, but now it is that aforementioned 4th and short. We'll see. Well, actually 4th and not short, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, and Frontier's kicking game hasn't been great this year. In the past they've had very strong kicking game, and this would be a no-brainer. But for right now, it's 50-50. Looks like they're going to go for it. So huge play for the Centennial defense.
Big time. We're just underway at the 8-minute mark, and on the 8:01 mark, there's a timeout taken by Frontier. That'll give us a chance to kind of catch our breath. Once again, I'm Vance Palm. I've got Rich Cornford next to me. Our director this evening, who else can it be but Julian Wilson. Dr. J, good to see you, my friend. And 2 weeks ago, these two teams played a doozy over at Centennial, and the score looked a little bit further apart than what that game really was. It was awfully tight. Hunt to Coach Sterry goes, hey, we were leading in the 4th quarter, Vance. And had a couple of turnovers there, and then Campbell got going and had a couple of beautiful passes, one on the run, a strike into the end zone, and then he threw a 50-yard bomb right into the breadbasket. So there's some great spots from both teams. But, Coach, in talking to Richie Sterrett before the game, he goes, hey, Vance, look, I was talking about going up last week up on the road into Fresno and getting that win. He goes, Vance, we know who we are. We know we're going to have to, quote-unquote, win ugly. We know that. We know that our quarterback, Jet Santiago, is a huge part of our who we are identification and our offense. But we're here to play. We're here to win. 4th and 7. Campbell, empty behind his cousin, the center, Carson Campbell. He takes the snap. Looks, throws it out there, looks good, touchdown is good.
Number 5, Songbe for a Titan touchdown.
Songbe Ginyu, touchdown.
Yeah, and Ginyu, again, he's a playmaker, and when you've got that many playmakers out wide with a quarterback that really understands the offense and can sling it behind a great offensive line, it's a tough task for the Golden Hawks.
After the play,
That was just a beauty. I mean, Campbell threw it up to an athlete in Ginley who goes up, sees the ball, knows that he's got a defender right in his thoracic region, and still makes the catch. Just a great throw and a great catch and a great play. Touchdown on a 4th down, no less. Frontiers up. All right, here's that PAT. Here's the kicking squad. This one's up, and it's good. So we have a 7-0 lead early here on the Current High Network. Great to have you with us, everybody. And I see Brady Campbell went over to his receiver and gave a little tap on the head. Boy, that's got to be a great feeling.
Yeah, and remember how young these Titans are. A lot of those receivers with offers are just juniors, and Campbell got another year.
Yeah, think about that. Think about all the juniors they have coming back. And the aforementioned Karsten Campbell, the sophomore, who last year was a freshman all-area lineman, and that big line that they're building, wow, look out.
Well, and these guys are dedicated in the weight room, both sides. But I know Nico and Idea, a buddy of mine, worked out with the Titans this summer, and they were getting here at 5 a.m. And that, that's the difference between these Division I programs and other places is if you're going to compete at this level, you better be getting there early, on time, and ready to work hard.
Had a great time today in the huddle. Current High Network, our 25th show, and today was just a fabulous situation. We had 8 guests, including the principal, 8 guests in 40 minutes with the band, with all these cheerleaders that you're seeing down here. Dr. Deg Kelly and the Blue Marching crew. It was a great time, but not lost on anybody was the fact that we have these games on the campus of where we're going to have the game of the week, and that is tonight. And so you could feel it all day long. Everybody just sensing this great game. Ball taken at the 27-yard line. There's a seam right there. Boy, that looks good. Rich, we talked about good field position. And how about this for the Golden Hawks? A great run there by Mike Iteria with a nice return. And, oh, man, just what the doctor ordered.
Well, and if Frontier has an Achilles heel, it's that they can sometimes be a little undisciplined as far as the personal fouls go. I think they had 3 on them last week. They had just had one after the extra point, which forced them to kick from the 25. And what Centennial needs is a short field, and Centennial got that.
At the Titan 43-yard line.
The matchup up front here between these crews is just outstanding. Both sides big and strong.
Quick pass out to the left side. It is caught by Caden Howard, but wow.
On the tackle, number 5, Song Ginyu.
Song Ginyu with a quick tackle, though.
He's come to play. He's got 4 interceptions on the year so far. We've seen him score a touchdown already. And, one of the things, because Centennial doesn't throw the ball down the field that much, these safeties can play tighter, and it makes those bubble screens tougher to get yards after catch on. So 2nd and 10 for the Golden Hawks.
Oh, really nice play call there. Oh, what a hit. Malcolm Watkins wraps up Luke Camps. A good play and a nice start. And Camps chewed up some ground, and he got 3 or 4 yards. But, wow, what a hit by Watkins. The wrap-up and the decleat.
Yeah, another great play by the Frontier defense because it looked like Camps was going to get 6-7 yards on that play. Watkins closed fast.
Titans, 3rd down, Thunder.
All right, we saw Centennial struggle with the last 3rd and 4. Now they've got a 3rd and 8. They'll be looking for a screen or a draw here from them. But again, look at the Frontier defense. Nobody deeper than 5 yards from the ball.
Boy, they're packed in tight. They're going to go to the air. The Golden Hawks has a man open, flings it, looks good, and no flags anywhere. Had a man open across the middle too, Coach.
Yeah, they had a man open. He stumbled a little bit. That was Myers. Stumbled, got their feet caught up. if he'd have been able to keep his balance there, they might have had a big play.
So the Golden Hawks choose to punt. The ball is at the Frontier 41-yard line, but boy, the quick strike capability of that Frontier offense is a heavy factor in this decision, just pushing it back. Let's push it back as far as we can. We know we're punting to Watkins. Maybe they can punt it away from him, but the big thing here is going to be the snap and the grab. He goes down and gets it this time. Oh, a nice high punt. Watkins for the fair catch, and he makes it at the 11-yard line. We'll take a very short break and be back with you here in the first quarter, 7-0 on the Curtin High Network.
First and 10. Fans, this score just in.
I'm Vance Palm.
With it underway. It's
Rich
the
Cornford.
Eagles of the Royal Grande 7, the Bakersfield Drillers 7.
Over downtown BHS, Griffith Field tied at 7. Bakersfield High School Drillers hosting Royal Grande, and we'll get into some of the other matchups here in the second quarter. We want to give all of our focus and attention here on this game that we're calling right this second. Campbell hands the ball off to Green. RJ gets hit hard, really hard.
On the carry, number 25,
And
RJ
nice
Green.
job there by Tyler Kipp, one of the
Brought down
Golden
by number
Hawks.
44, Tyler Kipp. Gain of 2 on the play.
Yeah,
second
this
down
Golden
and 8.
Hawk defense, again, we've seen them several times already this year, and they make you work for every yard. You know, Frontier was fortunate that first drive that only had to go 17, but marching the distance of the field on these guys is tough because they do not give up big plays very often.
Takes a look. 2nd and 8. Campbell scours everything. They stay on the ground to R.J. Green. Oh, really nice play call. Picks up the first down, Coach. That was really nice.
That was really nice. Reminded me of the old Joe Gibbs Washington Redskins with the little motions and shifts, and then they come back with a counter tray.
Right.
Good looking play there by Coach Bandy and his staff.
And, Rich, that has to be executed correctly. It's got to be done right, or it's just another handoff that runs into traffic.
Right. If your line's not all on the same page, if your running back doesn't understand how to read the blocks, it's not a very good play. But great job up front again by L.J. Riley and Campbell and that offensive line of the Frontier Titans.
Boy, big first down. Now Campbell opening things up. He does have Green behind him. Watson in the slot. Watkins way out on the right side. They want to go to the air. Campbell throws. Campbell looks, and it's picked off. Of all people to get it, Roderick Hodges. Hodges falls down and slips. So an interception
Number 3, Roderick Hodges.
by Brady Campbell off his back foot. And
Yeah, throwing the ball as a quarterback is actually more about your feet than your arm. And his feet, like you had mentioned, they weren't in the proper placement. It was just an arm throw kind of across his body. And huge turnover there by the Titans, giving the Golden Hawks, again, really good field position.
talked to Brady today. He was one of the football guests in the huddle, and about as calm, cool, and collected as you can get for a starting quarterback for a powerhouse school like Frontier. He just kind of takes over the personality of his head coach, Chris Bandy.
Well, in that Campbell family, they know how to play football.
More on that later, Coach. More on that later. Now, right up the middle, can the Golden Hawks do something with it? They hand the ball off to, of course, Jason Grant, another one of our Kern High Network players of the week earlier this year.
Gain of 2 on the play, second down and 8.
Yeah, and eventually what Centennial is going to have to do is fake that play and throw the ball. They're not great at throwing the ball down the field, but if you can get a guy running free, you ought to be able to hit him. Because, again, when you're playing 5 yards off, if you take one step forward, well, that tight end or wing back is running by you. He'll get behind you. So we'll see how long Start waits to make that call.
Grant Scott takes the snap. To your point, has a man wide open. Wide open, Coach. You called it perfectly. Thank you. Right in the hands of Caden Howard. Touchdown, just like that. Hey, everybody, that's why we have him up here.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of nice to be up here when you just see so many things, and Coach is getting it from the booth. Hey, they're all up there, and they're playing the run so hard. doesn't take a perfect throw when somebody's that wide open. So good job being patient, calling it at the right time.
Maverick Moore with the very important PAT, and that's a beauty. That is up, it is long, and it is right down the middle. So with 3:36 left here in the first quarter, we're tied up at 7. We already did hear, though, that there is a game that we have a score on, and that's Bakersfield High School 7 hosting Arroyo Grande 7. So that's tied in the first quarter, at the end of the first quarter. So if the Drillers were to win, Coach, they would host the championship in this division next Friday night. The higher division is going to take a week off, and that championship game will be the 29th. So pretty interesting stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll break that down as we go here later in the football game.
I would much rather play next weekend and then have a nice Thanksgiving break and then go back to work. You know, life, that's one of those things, these coaches, all they give up, you know, they're giving up their Thanksgiving, essentially. You can't travel out of town. You got to work. It is a commitment.
Very returnable, taken at the 7-yard line. They're building up a wall over here on the right side, and it's Michael Hanks Jr. Hanks Jr. now looking for some room. Oh, really nice job. He's still on his feet. Oh, what a nice run to the 40-yard line. Boy, that looks really nice. The sophomore running back, defensive back, jersey 23. Wow.
Yeah, he had a kickoff return against Clovis for a touchdown earlier in the year. So, again, we talk about all these weapons Frontier has. I mean, who do you kick to? Ideally, you get the ball in the end zone, but, man, if you don't, be careful.
You and I watch the ball go up, and the first thing we see is, well, it's not going to 1 or 11. It goes to 23, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Campbell right back on the field. This time, the handoff to Watkins, and the Golden Hawks waiting for it. Whistle should blow soon. And he gets maybe a yard. There are some other games going on. We'll get into that in the second quarter. Right here, we're at the 3-minute mark left in the first, and we're tied at 7. I'm Vance Palm. I'm alongside Rich Cornford and Dr. J. Julian Wilson. For those of you that are interested and in the know and that have followed us for many years, Julian has eschewed any more beanies. There are no more beanies in his life. He doesn't wear them anymore. He's said no to it. So I'll wear mine tonight in honor of that. 2nd and 9. Whistles blow.
Centennial, late getting out on Watkins down here, and you better get a body on him.
Well, Coach, good start here. I mean, you figure Centennial had, the big fumble back here on the punt, and they still hung in there and forced a 4th and long. And then that natural talent and ability and roster for the Frontier Titans, came front and center on a big touchdown pass to Insong Ginyu. Nice beautiful toss by Brady Campbell. But then Centennial gets this great field position up here on a nice run back by Utariria. And to your point, Centennial kept trying to pound it up the middle, and you said it. Once they get a fake, things are going to break open, touchdown pass, and Caden Howard with a nice grab.
Yeah, other than that bad snap, this is what Centennial wants to do. They want to play field position with their kicking game. They want short fields, run the ball, throw the ball over the top. And they'll probably only throw it 5, 6, 7 times. But when they throw it, they want it to be effective.
Back to a 2nd and 9 after the timeout. Campbell looks, fires, beautiful pass, and a first down connected out there to Braxton Shirley. Shirley brought down. Nice tackle there by David Esparza. Good football.
Yeah, nice to have a 6'5" target out there to throw to. Makes a difference. Good play. And Frontier has the luxury of being very well balanced, as balanced as any team in town. Offensive line that can help you run it or throw it. 2 good backs, 4 good receivers. One of the best quarterbacks in town.
They're inside Golden Hawk territory. Ball's inside at the 48-yard line. Hand off to the left side, looking for a lot of space. He's got the speed. Oh, a nice job. A good tackle. The flag's – the ball came out. That wasn't a flag. It was the ball that popped out.
Might have been a flag, too. I think we got holding on the receivers. Titan receivers were blocking very hard out there.
Well, Malcolm Watkins wants the horse collar. I don't think that was the call. Maybe. No, you're right, Coach.
Holding.
So a lot happened in that play. There was a holding call, and then with Isaiah Edwards with the big jersey flinging tackle, the ball popped out, and it kicked forward, and the flag came out. And after all of that, it's coming back to a 1st and 13 maybe, 1st and 12, right at midfield. The ball's right below us on the 50. Campbell jogs in after talking with his head coach, Chris Bandy. Both these coaches, I said it tonight, I was down on the sidelines and I was with Rich Cornford and the illustrious, iconic David Finucci. Like, wow. Coach Finucci asked me my opinion. I said, well, since I'm with 2 of my all-time favorite coaches and I have 2 of my favorite coaches coaching tonight, it's going to be really a great chess match. Let's see how it goes. 1st and 13, 50-yard line. Campbell all by himself. Here comes the Golden Hawks, and they get him at the last second. They got to him just at the last second, but he didn't go down. Incomplete pass.
This same field, let's see, back in 2009, Coach Finucci and I went at it. And we were on our way. That's the year Frontier played for a Valley Championship that year, and we were fortunate to get by Garces, but they gave us a battle.
2nd and 13. Campbell jogs back in.
Coming up at the end of the first quarter, a special on-field
Again, this Centennial defense, extremely well coached. Their safeties back there, Camps and Roland Myers, do a great job of directing kind of the flow out here and keeping everything in front of them.
Empty backfield. Campbell launches down the near side. It's intended for Watkins. Broken up out there. Boy, that's some really nice defense by Francisco Corona. Boy, we see the strength of Campbell's arm. Just a nice 45-yard bomb over there. But how about the defense by these DBs from the Golden Hawks?
Yeah, great job by the DBs. Isaiah Edwards on the pass rush. The ability to get pressure on the quarterback with only a 3-man rush is a big deal tonight.
Huge. That's huge, Coach. And if you're that offensive line for the Frontier Titans, they're probably having a quick little chit-chat in that huddle right there. Their quarterback's just a millisecond away from getting popped.
Yeah, and you got to know where Isaiah Edwards is. He's probably the top pass rusher out there, and you might need to slide the guard that way to help the tackle with him.
Still 3rd and 13, minute 10 left here. Now, Campbell rolls to his right, looks, finally throws, and it is caught out there. Not enough for a first, and it's to Kobe Watson. Watson takes a hard hit, but it's going to bring up a 4th and 7 maybe.
I think Frontier a little fortunate on that. The motion guy looked like he was leaning forward, rounding it forward when the ball was snapped. No flag on the play. Frontier got a punt anyway.
Again, Coach, you got to hand it to this defensive backfield for the Golden Hawks. Campbell's got that cannon. He's running to his right. He's looking. He wants to throw it. He doesn't want to run it. He wants to throw it. But DB's for the Golden Hawks. And now,
back to receive number 3, Roderick Hodges.
Forrester to punt. It's a beauty. Wow, look at this thing. Whoa, it's way up there. And does he – oh, what a risk. What a risk. Roderick Hodges did not fair catch it, and that thing could have bounced sideways, but it didn't. 17 seconds left in this first quarter. It's been a nice one. Really good one. 7-7 is the score. We're on the campus of Frontier High School. And next quarter we'll get into some of the other games going on.
Great time of year to be playing football, I'll tell you that.
Oh, the weather's beautiful. I don't know about you, and since you've never invited me over to your house for dinner, I don't know what side of town you live on, but I can tell you this. I live way down past Stockdale High School, way down south, and the rain came about 3 in the morning. It sounded like I was back in Miami. Goodness, but it's cleared up to be this gorgeous full moon night. How nice can it get? Myers trying to get outside. Myers might get outside. Oh, he does, and he picks up 4 good yards on a 1st and 10, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. We're tied at 7. Great start to a great night here at Frontier High School on the Kern High Network. We'll be back right after this.
We do have a Titan.
So, my rate for dishes is going up with inflation.
Oh, is it?
Blame the economy.
Hey, Dad! Is my weekly allowance up for a negotiation?
No, not really.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll talk about this later.
14, the BHS Thrillers 7.
Welcome back, everybody. Second quarter action. I'm Vance Palm with Rich Cornford, and the Golden Hawks start off with a beautiful move. Coach Sterrett gets with his quarterback and says, hey, let's start out this quarter with a hard count, and they get it, and all of a sudden, Coach, it goes from 2nd and 6 to 2nd and 1, my man. I love it.
Yeah, it's all those little things, you know, tools of the trade there when you get free yardage. Again, we've talked about the Titans are very talented. Sometimes they get penalties on them, which has hurt them in some close games this year. So Coach Sterrett taking advantage of that. 2nd and 1, you love that.
Start of the second quarter. They're on the ground. And it's one of the toughest dudes in town, Jason Grant. And I think they're going to move the sticks, Coach. They are. 1st and 10.
Other than the touchdown, that's the first down that the Golden Hawks have in this game. And yet we're tied 7-7.
Just heard a score over the PA from the dulcet baritone pipes of Titan Tom Myers. And in the second quarter, it's Arroyo Grande 14, Bakersfield High School 7.
Watch out for those Eagles.
Man, oh man. On the ground again. Grant trying to get past that front four from the Titans. Nothing doing. And a nice tackle up there by Nathaniel Neal. Coach, some of these games we've got Miramonte up at Fireball. Boy, Coach CJ's, he worked his magic last week up at Kern Valley and did some special stuff. Miramonte beat up on Kern Valley, and now CJ's got him at Fireball tonight. Never easy in that cool, crisp, breezy valley air up there. We'll see.
Well, the coaching there at Kern Valley, Evan Moore was my quarterback here at Frontier for a while. He's coaching there. They had a heck of a year, but boy, Christian Johnson laid the wood.
2nd and 8. They're going to pass. He's got a man open. It's a great move, great route, and a great catch. Oh, look at Roland Myers. He's back, and, boy, that was nice. Oh, you hear the boo birds out. You hear the boo birds out thinking they might call a penalty, a little unsportsmanlike conduct, and I think the official just going to – oh, there is a flag here.
Way back at the 47.
Is that what they called?
That was thrown during the play.
Okay, because the catch was made by Roland Myers, and he got up and did a little bit of a shimmy and did the old first down point with the ball, and I don't know that it was too much, but you know how they go, and now
Defensive holding to call that.
It's a defensive holding. It's called off, but boy, some of the Frontier staff, and they were getting on the officials like, hey, you can't celebrate like that.
Yeah. Well, that was a really well thrown ball.
Wow.
Over there. And Myers made a good catch, a contested catch with a Division I caliber defensive back on him. So heck of a good play for the Golden Hawks, and now they're in Titan territory.
1st and 10 with 10 minutes to go in the half, and they better wait. Okay, they get their 11th player on because Myers went out. And running on is Brady Prey. And now here comes Grant. And, Coach, I know you love this on a 1st and 10. He gets a strong 4 yards.
We call it winning first down. And, again, they're just grinding away at you. And then, now that they've hit them with a couple passes, I'm anxious to see what Frontier does with those safeties. Are they going to keep them at 4 and 5 yards, or are they going to start playing more typical defense? If they start moving those guys back, that'll open it up for the running game.
2nd and 7. They only gave him 3 on that. Breaking way out to the left is Caden Howard. No, he's going off the sideline. Sorry, everybody. Or is he? Wait a second. Now they're running him back on there. Can he go off and come back on? And in motion now is Brady Prey. A lot going on. And there the flags go on both sides.
Yeah, you got to come back into the past the numbers to be considered an active player if you've gone off the field.
And Coach Bandy would this be a situation where he declines?
I would think you're going to take the yardage.
Illegal procedure called against the Golden Hawks.
On him here, just because, again, Centennial is not a team that we've seen it do it twice, make chunk plays. But when you're expecting them to make the chunk play, it's a lot tougher for them. They're in a 2nd and long, 3rd and long situation. When you anticipate pass, it's going to be much more difficult for them to complete it.
Okay. So just when both of these teams kind of get into a groove and they stub their toes, 2nd and 12. Grant Scott, the QB. They go back on the ground, and it is again to Grant.
Hand off to number 2, Jason Grant.
And he's brought down over there by Logan Slayton. I talked to Brady Campbell today in the huddle, and I asked him who the fastest players were, who the strongest guys were, and I'll get to that. But I asked him about who the hardest hitters are, and he said, well, probably going to be RJ and that young man right there that made the hit, Logan Slayton.
And RJ's just a sophomore.
Everyone get on your feet, make some noise!
Sorry, I was thinking the other RJ.
Stop your feet!
Okay, 3rd and 10.
I was thinking LJ.
Got it. Whistles blow, and I think it's going to be Centennial. And it was getting close. That play took a long time to develop, to get put out there and called. And that gives us another chance to look at this. How about this, Coach Cornford? How about this? Division 4, 1A semifinals. By the way, this is a 1A semifinal tonight. Division 1A. 2As are up top, Liberties in 2A. Tonight at South High School. Mid-November football over at South High School. You have to love it. Roosevelt, number 15 at the number 10 South High Spartans. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, South High has got a heck of a good program over there. I'd have to go with the Spartans. I still want to call them Rebels, but have to go with the Spartans in that one.
Gary Mills moving his stuff. He's got great stuff over there. And then how about this one? The Division 4 quarterfinals. The upstart North High Stars. The upstart North High Stars, about 20 minutes north of us at Shafter. Your thoughts on that later. 3rd and 10. Big ideas here. Frontier comes at him, and they're going to get Grant in the backfield, I think. Oh, big hit to lay it out at the end there. And I'll tell you what, it was R.J. Green that did the initial hit, and then Nsong Ginwi came up and laid it on at the very end there. So now it's 4th and 11, and you're going to have to punt the football. Yep.
Yeah, I think that, again, we saw them in a similar situation where they were about at the 42 or so, punt it, and then they got a turnover after it and were able to score. So I think this is the game plan for Centennial, to pin Frontier back deep, force them to go, 85, 90 yards. but you better have really good coverage on this punt.
Perfect snap. Nice punt to Wobbler. Look out. Careful. Oh, and it's... I thought he called for the fair catch. Apparently he did not. That's Malcolm Watkins.
on the return.
And David Esparza is down for the Goldhawks. I mean, my apologies. I thought he put the wave up, and then he tried to take off. So I'm seeing things. Your thoughts? The upstart North High Stars up in Perucci land.
Perucci land, those guys, we saw them beat the Drillers a couple years ago. They are a machine, and they are hungry. After the controversy of not winning it all last year, hard to go against the Generals.
They have a chip on their shoulder. Okay, the other game, you have some inside knowledge on number 4, Arroyo Grande at Bakersfield High School. When I say inside knowledge, a lot of years playing against the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles and Lompoc High were the old Northern League, and they never beat us back in my time. In fact, Mike Gibson, the athletic director here at Frontier, is going into the Arroyo Grande Hall of Fame.
It's excellent.
But he never beat Lompoc High.
I've got to talk to him about that. Looking to get to the outside, the Golden Hawks closing it out. And another great play by Isaiah Edwards. Boy, you're right about that young man. He is something special. Jersey 88 for the Golden Hawks.
He is a really good football player, and you see the speed for him to track down the Frontier running back over there. A guy that they can play him in multiple spots. He can rush the passer. He can play inside backer, outside backer. Just a heck of a good football player.
Where's he going next year? Oof. That's one tall, strong, fast dude. Jersey 88, everybody, playing right in the middle of that defense. 2nd and 9. Ball fumble! Ball's on the ground. Looks like the Golden Hawks might get it, and they do at the 2-yard line. Oh, boy.
Fumble on the play recovered by the Golden Hawks.
Well, again, we talk about a field position game. The decision to punt there by Starrett, smart move. Put the Frontier Titans back at their own 10, and 2 plays later, they turn the ball over. Second turnover by Frontier inside their own 25-yard line in this game.
So the number 7 Centennial Golden Hawks taking on number 3 Frontier. This ought to be something right here. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line.
We saw Centennial, I think, line up in some I formation here.
It's exactly what you're going to see, Coach. Packed in. Grant, they don't go to Grant. They try to start it off up front, and they might have picked up a yard. Great job by that Titan defense. But they try to jam it in with the lead back.
Number 8, Jaden Hernandez.
I would anticipate the same formation, probably an off-tackle play coming, but I don't think they're going to try and get real fancy here. I think they're just going to say, hey, O-line, we're putting it on your shoulders. We need 2 yards. But, I mean, look at that Frontier defensive line. I mean, it looks like Duke University out there with the size of these guys.
Looks like the Colts, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Indianapolis Colts. So here they come out. They run up. Everybody's down in the trenches. Again, an offset eye, and they try to jam it in with a QB. Does he get it?
He's off
Grant
close.
Scott is at the doorstep. The Centennial crowd, I can hear him from here through my headset. That's a touchdown, they're yelling. I guess not. So it's going to be 3rd and,
inches. Oh, a yard.
A yard.
36 inches.
So Grant Scott jogs over to talk to the head coach, Richard Starrett. And that's the 3rd down thunder you're hearing through the speaker system. You don't have to look out the window. 3rd and goal, 1-yard line. Again, same thing. Do they get it in this? Ball fumble! He had to pick it up. Oh, goodness. The ball hit the ground. And if that's the case, you can't go forward with it. So how about this hold all of a sudden? And you said it, Coach, I'm not going to get fancy, but now you're thinking, does Coach Starrett keep it out there?
Well, now I'm going to anticipate same formation but a toss.
Oh, man. I'm just surprised. I will say I'm surprised with with Jason Grant and what he does and how he can punish a couple of guys that it's just me saying, Jason Grant, we've seen him all season long make dudes pay.
That he hasn't touched it here. And, one of the issues, Centennial is they're on a backup quarterback. They're not used to being under center, and we just saw that bobbled snap.
Timeout call by Coach Starrett. He wanted to see if there were any kind of differences, any kind of changes. He's got him to burn with only 3:40. Why not? So how does this happen? The Titans bobble the ball at the goal line. It bounces a couple of yards forward, fortunately, or it could have been in the end zone. The Golden Hawks pounce on it. It was first and goal from the 3, and it's only gone 2 yards since then. The scoreboard says fourth and goal from the 3, but it's really the 1 yard line. Wow. This is about as big of a timeout as you'll ever have in the first half of any game.
Yeah, and just looking at the Centennial offensive line, Nathan Poon, 6'2", 277. Cooper Fleming, 6'2", 233. Matthew Pitcher, 5'9", 216. The left guard, 5'10", 308. If I had to guess, I think they're going to go behind Jaden Chavez and Nathan Poon on the left side here. That's where they're.
How about this? Jaden Hernandez moves in motion. They try to offset it. They give it the ball, and it's going to be a touchdown, Centennial. They get in. What a beautiful play call.
That was a beautiful play call. Again, you needed a yard. You got your yard. They went off the right side there.
Woo!
Touchdown Centennial.
So they moved it around, adjusted it, made it strong right, but still jammed it in from the 1 yard line. So a pivotal fumble and an even bigger capitalization.
Number 42, Maverick Moore.
And Maverick Moore to make it a touchdown difference.
Juan Enriquez, the right tackle there, number 66. Key block.
This kick is up, and it's good.
The kick is good. 3:36 left to go. In the second quarter, it's
14-7.
Golden Hawks 14.
Don't relax if you're the Golden Hawks, because if there's a team that could move the ball in a hurry, it's going to be these Titans. And again, kicking off to these guys is scary because there's not a guy out there that can't return at the distance.
So for you Centennial Golden Hawk faithful, yes, the camera crew is up here for the Golden Hawks. So Haiti and Natalie are here. Matter of fact, the sheriff helicopter was flying over, and I was pointing. There they are, Sheriff. There they are right there. So the Golden Hawks camera crew here, they're excited. Everybody from the Golden Hawks side over there is pumped up. They're up 14-7 on the road with 3:36. I'm Vance Palm and Rich Cornford. We're in the first half, and I'll tell you what, if this score holds into halftime and that announcement gets made around the valley, you know you're going to get the, oh. How about this? A nice, strong boot taken. Yep, and it carried just far enough.
Boy, a game of inches again there,
yep.
Because that thing's 2 inches shorter. He's able to return it. But once it crosses the front of that line, just like a touchdown would be, then it can't be returned.
So here's a big drive here with 3:31 remaining in the first half. Big drive for this Frontier offense. They have not looked good 90% of the half.
Well, yeah, the one drive they had was a 17-yard drive for a touchdown. But, they've turned the ball over a couple times and just haven't been hitting. They're not quite in sync, but a lot of that is due to a really good Centennial defense that is definitely in sync.
Okay, here we go. Campbell stands on his own 15, double reverse or reverse. Campbell down there blocking, and he might get it. He's going. Gets stalled for a second. Watkins looking. Ball's on the ground. Fumble.
Wow.
We thought he was breaking away. He gets snagged from behind, and he kind of, Frontier keeps the football. So it was a reverse pitch. And the quarterback, Brady Campbell, went out there and made a decent block, cleared it far enough for Watkins to get rolling. He kind of slipped a little bit, and they grabbed his jersey, so he kind of was stalled, and he took that moment to try to reverse direction and head towards the left, and boom, they knocked the ball out, and man.
Yeah, I would love to know which Centennial Golden Hawk it was that ran him down, and then which Titan it was that was hustling after the play that really saved their bacon by recovering that ball.
Like the Eagles last night on Thursday Night Football. What a play that was. That was a game changer.
Well, those hustle plays, man. I mean, because there was 5 Golden Hawks around the ball, and there was the one Titan that was hustling after it, made a heck of a play, and I wish I knew his name because that was big.
So after all that excitement, Frontier's got to march it back 5 yards. Golden Hawks take that. Ooh. Just when you think one team's starting to kind of make their move on the chessboard, here comes the other team, and now it's Brady Campbell standing on the Golden Hawk 46-yard line and moves up about a yard, looks, throws out to the right side quickly, and it goes right through the hands of Malcolm Watkins.
Number 1, Malcolm Watkins falls incomplete.
Yeah, going back to the big play, great call there by Coach Bandy to kind of change the pace of things. You know, you weren't expecting that, and they caught Centennial off guard with a heck of a good play. Yeah, the Titan, other than the touchdown pass, which was a contested catch in the end zone, the Titans' passing game, well, offense in general has just been struggling to get yardage.
2nd and 15. Campbell does have a running back on his right hip. It's R.J. Green. Campbell throws. This one's going to be caught, complete out there, and maybe a first down. He lunged out there, Watkins did. Do they give it to him? Awfully close. They move the change. They're going to have to because the line judge is standing on the 25.
Yep, there he goes. All right, 2 minutes left in the half here. Frontier's got a couple timeouts left, so they do not have to be in a hurry. They can run the ball, throw the ball. But remember, their kicking game has struggled, so they are going to need to look to get this thing in the end zone.
Under 2 minutes to go.
The
Campbell
clock just stopped.
Well, he went out of bounds. Campbell runs out of trouble, running to his left, throws across his body, and a beautiful toss, and what a catch. Wow, Braxton Shirley. And Brady Campbell put that thing on a rope right at the sidelines.
Yeah, heck of a throw, heck of a catch. So I think then I don't know why the clock was running earlier. It went from 2:10 to 1:55
So
when it
that's
finally
what you're
stopped.
saying. So Campbell gets out of trouble, runs to his left, throws across his body, and right on the money at the 7-yard line, he connects with Braxton Shirley. That was beautiful.
Great response here by the Titans after facing some adversity.
Green stands behind his quarterback, and it's going to be Green. A delay, a stall, and R.J. Green gets in, touchdown. So that didn't take long for the Titans to put together a nice drive, and there's still 1:39 left in the first half, and if the PAT goes through, we're tied at 14.
Boy, and that Titan offensive line did a job that time. That hole was huge. I think I could have gone through and scored. Well, I probably picked up 3 yards, but great job by the Titan offensive line.
Hey, don't push it. Don't push it.
For the extra point, number 0, Braden Boozer.
So Braden Boozer.
Hugo Flores getting set to hold. Mark Bandy, the long snapper.
Snap is perfect. The hold. Ooh, it's a low-flying BB. It goes through. Hey, Coach Cornford, we got us a ball game.
Yeah, we do. Great. Again, a great response there by the Titans. And when they're going to be at their best, they're going to mix things up, mix up the run and the pass. They're not going to be one-dimensional.
The BHS Trillers 7.
Wow.
So Arroyo Grande up 21-7 over BHS. Again, for our Kernheim Network faithfuls and hopefuls, one of the scenarios that needs to play out is for BHS to host either one of these teams. They need to take care of business at Griffith Field. And you know Arroyo Grande. And listen, I've been listening for the last 3 weeks to Greg Kerr and Pagmeter and their breakdown, and our own Trevor Horn. And you know those coastal teams. And I kept hearing, don't mess around with AG. Wow. They're up 21-7 in the first half over Drillerland. Yikes.
All right, we've seen Centennial up with a decent return earlier. They're going to need that again if they're going to have a chance to score before half.
Low burner.
Those are the best to return.
It's going to be Hodges. Hodges brought down about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, and I think he kind of went a little rogue there.
You're right, Coach.
Didn't follow the blocking. And I would expect Coach Starrett to be very cautious here.
I was just going to ask you what the thought process would be here.
Yeah. Unless, if the Titans play everybody up at the line, I'm going to run it on first down and probably throw it on second. But if they've got a safety back at all, I'm just going to run the ball.
They have no timeouts, so 91 seconds, no timeouts.
Frontier needs one more player on the field. There it comes.
I love having you up here, buddy. I'm watching everything but that. Myers down the left side. Goes out of bounds, stops the clock at 1:23. Nice 8-yard carry to start things off.
The Titans had a couple safeties back.
Myers forced out of bounds by number 2, Cowboy Hatcher.
54 Titan cheerleaders. 54.
7 on the play, second down and 3 from the 34-yard line.
Well, again, the culture at Frontier High School is exceptional. You know, and their game day atmosphere, whether you go to a volleyball game or a football game or whatever it is, they get a lot of people involved and do a lot of really good things.
1:19 remaining in this first half, tied at 14. They stay on the ground. It's going to be Grant. Again, no timeout, so more than anything, after the first down, they'll just kind of get up and make sure that clock starts.
And you see how much easier it is to run the ball when Frontier plays a too high safety.
You're right.
But again, Frontier's going to give them yardage right now and just make sure they don't give up another home run ball.
60 yards in 60 seconds is a lot easier to. It's a lot easier to make that decision.
Again, Centennial in no hurry here. 50 seconds left.
It's gotten quiet here. Both sides now are thinking, all right, we're back to a tie ball game. Stretched out over here to the near side. This is Luke Camps. Camps is hit hard, and he takes a big hit from Mekhi Watkins.
More than just a shutdown corner. Yeah, come up there and play that run really well.
I don't know that they'll even run a play here, Coach. Can't imagine they do. It's probably going to run out the first half, and it's going to end tied at 14-14. So before we go, we want to thank our Frontier High School friends for hosting us tonight. Also a special thanks to San Green and the Kern High School District Superintendents and our sponsors at Valley Credit Union for allowing us to put on events like this for our community. The Frontier Administration, Principal Vicki Thompson, the AP of Instruction, Jennifer Madden, AP of Administration, Corey Raub, the Dean of Student Behavior and Supports, Deanne Murphy, the Athletics Director, our good friend Mike Gibson, and the Activities Director, Lynette Cornford. What a wonderful, wonderful atmosphere we had today on campus. We thank you. Talk about a great atmosphere. We're tied at 14. It's halftime. We'll be back with the third quarter on the Kern High Network.
So, my rate for dishes is going up with inflation.
Oh, is it?
Blame the economy.
Is my weekly allowance up for a negotiation?
No, not really.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll talk about this later.
Take cash, direct deposit, or check.
I think a pony is a smart investment.
My rate for dishes is going up with inflation.
Is my weekly allowance up for a negotiation?
I'm also open to a salary position. Hey! You should be earning interest on your savings. Make the money work for you.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm alongside Rich Cornford and Dr. J. Julian Wilson here. I'm going to get my suntan oil out and my Hawaiian shirt. And man, it's cold. It's cold, brother. It's funny because your superstar quarterback from that 2012 team, who's now an assistant at Kern Valley, was down low in the announcer's booth. I went down there to warm up a little bit, and he said, Vance, you think it's cold here? It's snowing up in Kern Valley tonight. It's a chilly, chilly night. Your thoughts on the first half, Coach?
Well, I think other than the bad snap, just the way Sterrett would have drawn it up. He, played a field position game, worked out for him twice with 2 short touchdowns. But the Titans with that answer there right at the end of the first half, putting together about a 6 or 7 play, 75, 80-yard drive. That's what they needed, and they're wanting to get off to a quick start here in the second half.
That's a great point. Coach Sterrett's tied at the half. Here we go, third quarter underway. Semifinals, Division 1A, perfect little bounce, and it's taken by the dangerous Kobe Watson. Look out, Watson looking to break free, and just like that, fantastic field possession.
Boy, the Titans got fortunate with that bounce. I was going to say, hey, you need to catch that thing in the air, but took a good bounce and really good blocking up front by the special teams of Frontier to open that up and get a really good return and great field position here for the Titans to start the second half.
Most athletes quit so you can focus on what really matters, winning the game.
Okay, Campbell in the shotgun, stands at his 39-yard line. A handoff to R.J. Green. Green looks to get outside. He gets just inside Golden Hawk territory, a 7-yard gain on the ground. So now we'll get to see what the Frontier Titans coaching staff puts together here on offense. I talked to Coach Sterrett, Centennial Golden Hawks head coach, before the game, and amongst the different subjects that he allowed me the time for, I said, tell me about your coaching staff. He goes, Vance, I love my staff. Got all these former head coaches and the former coach that was here working with me, and I have so much trust and so much confidence and faith in these guys, and we've had a real fun, great, and successful season. I loved it. Green looks to get outside, can't do it. Nice play there by Jason Grant.
Yeah, one of the things, Sterrett coming from Texas over here, doesn't know a whole lot of people, so he's fortunate to get Coach Brown on the staff, who's the former coach at Centennial. Andy Coyle is an excellent defensive coordinator, and then a good up-and-coming offensive line coach, and Eamon Sullivan on a staff.
You think so?
And
Big Eamon?
Yeah, when you're looking to coach, hey, find a great O-line coach and a great defensive coordinator, and you're on your way.
2nd and 4. Again, they're on the ground right now in this first drive, and R.J. Green
on the carry, number 25, R.J. Green
plows to the 37, 38-ish yard line there. So
brought down by number 28,
Coach Bandy and his staff saying, all right, here we go. Let's see if we can initiate something and enforce ourselves a little bit on the ground here, and they're doing it.
Boy, and Grayson Lee driving people 20 yards off the ball on that particular play.
To your point about him being from Texas, he goes, Vance, in Texas, we don't play the same team twice, ever. Doesn't happen. Now we're playing the same team in 3 weeks. This is a new experience for me.
Yeah, their playoffs go statewide there right from the get-go.
Campbell drops back, looks, flings one, it's up there, and it's, broken up at the very last second. How about, the effort, and it's broken up at the last second out there, and Watkins waiting for it to come down. It went up there quite a ways, and Braxton Hardy had an opportunity to run it down, and I mean at the last second. Oof.
Well, if you watched our game 2 weeks ago, Frontier scored on almost exactly that same pattern over there, and he had a couple steps on him. Campbell just maybe a half a tick late with that ball, but an excellent job recovering by Centennial defensive back. But this Frontier offense looks like they're starting to click a little bit right now with getting the running game going and then the play action off of that.
That'll stretch that defense out here on a 2nd 10.
A little confusion here by the
Titans.
Titans.
Watson and Watkins on the right side. Here come the Golden Hawks. Quick rush, and it's Thrown just out of the reach of Austin Tapia.
Tapia falls incomplete. Third down.
A low toss. Clock stops. 3rd and 10.
You know, and one of the things you talk about colder weather games, and you know, when we're talking about college football, they're talking about the advantage Indiana may have if they get a first-round bye.
That's a great point.
In there, and just the ball becomes harder to grip for the quarterback, harder to catch for the receivers, and you know, I think that might be a little factor on some of these throws by Campbell there.
3rd and 10. Speaking of Campbell, all by himself. The 43-yard line movement, no flags. Campbell, look out! And he goes down, and he's hit by.
Brady Campbell sacked in the backfield.
Hard to read that.
Was that
jersey.
Corona?
Number 8, Jaden Hernandez.
No, it was 8. It was Jaden Hernandez. Thought for a second it was jersey 6. It was jersey 8. Got him from behind, had a clean look at him. So we're under 10 minutes now in the 3rd quarter. And they got to Campbell.
Brings up 4th down. On to punt number 3, Andrew Forrester.
Big stop for the Centennial defense.
Okay. Perfect snap, of course, from Bandy. Oh, that one was almost nicked. And it gets to the 20-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20. Once again, everybody, welcome to the Kern 9 Network's live exclusive coverage of high school football tonight, varsity football, and it's the Division 1A semifinals down here in the southern section. Frontier Titans hosting the Centennial Golden Hawks. It's been a fun, festive atmosphere all day long on this crystal clear, beautiful Friday, November 15th, 2024. We have a full moon beaming down on Mother Earth, and it is a gorgeous, cool, crisp night. 1st and 10 for the Golden Hawks. They start on the ground. They give it to Grant. Grant stiff arms and gets 7 strong yards. Flag comes out. Haven't seen a lot of flags tonight. Oh, a great crew, by the way, and I've got their names. And
brought down by number 2, Cowboy Hatcher.
went down. Having one of my pregame rituals, meeting the officials and shaking hands and
face mask. You know, one of the things about that they do in the playoff is they go from sometimes you get a 3-man crew in the regular season. This is a 7-man crew here tonight. And what you worry about is that means more flags sometimes. But these guys are the best of the best.
Referee Joe Saldivar, the umpire Jason DeLeon, the head linesman Alan Smith, the line judge Randy Blay, the back judge Brian Smith, the field judge is Mike Nature, side judge Shondell Ziegler, and in the box it's Richard Harold. Wonderful job tonight, fellas.
And look at the Frontier safety. That's one difference that we saw from the first half to now.
On the ground, Golden Hawks pounding, get to the 36-yard line. So on a 1st and 10, they pick up 6. Looks like it's going to be 2nd and 4.
So if you watch the first half, Frontier had everybody within the first 5 yards. They got beat a couple times on a couple pass plays over the top. So they've backed their safety up, which now opens the run game up for Centennial without as many guys in the box. So look for Centennial to go heavy with Jason Grant in this half. But what I'll also do is kind of a check with me with the coach. If they do start putting those safeties up, then you're going to go to that play action.
2nd and 6 on the ground. Big hit up front. Boy, that was a really nice job.
Jason Grant. Brought down by number 25,
and that's R.J. Green with the big hit. And
number 27, Logan Slayton on the stop.
You know what? I'm glad he said that because I thought it was 27 as well. Tom Myers and I both got caught. That's Logan Slayton. And there's one of your 2 hardest hitters that was mentioned today in the huddle, R.J. Green and Logan Slayton. And there's your Titan 3rd down thunder coming through the loudspeakers. 3rd and 5. Everybody's still packed in tight. Myers. Oh, and he made a motion that he took a fake handoff, or was it?
I'm thinking that was, that's what they call it.
Yeah,
that's the only thing it could be.
Oh, it is a hard snap, and the coaching staff from Frontier, Roland Myers, goes in motion, and he did a fake like he was going to get the handoff before the snap. I've never seen that before, so I don't know the rule.
Well, I know the rule. You cannot fake a snap, with like a quarterback jerking real hard or something like that. That is illegal. But
wow.
whatever they did worked, I
I'm going to
guess.
study that. Now it's wow.
Wow.
A big hit, and on a 1st and 10, how about it? Another huge hit by Logan Slayton. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, he's come out on fire this
Oof.
second half.
That dude is something, man. Jersey 27 right there, everybody, right in the middle of your screen, right by the football, 27.
And Centennial has to run the football if Frontier's playing with high safeties. If they can't run the football against that, then they're going to really struggle this half.
We will have our Kern High Network Player of the Game. We'll award them a T-shirt. I sent in a special request for XL, double XL, triple XL, quadruple XL, whatever you can give me. Pump fake. He's in trouble. He's going to try to get out of it. Grant Scott looks. He runs. He cannot escape the pressure and the speed of the Titan defense, Mekhi Watkins. But then Logan Slayton comes down at the very end and runs into his player, Mekhi Watkins. And, oh, goodness, of all the things right now, the Titans, after 2 huge hits and 2 big stops by Jersey 27, now it's Logan Slayton that went down, and he ran into his own player. A lot of times you see that, Coach, because they're so geared up for the opponent, and then they get nicked by one of their own players. So it's gone awfully quiet here. And with 6:09 left in the third, we'll take a quick short break here on the Kern High Network. We hope everything's okay. We'll be right back. We're tied at 14. Okay. Good to see him up.
So I do not think that Centennial has converted on 3rd down yet tonight.
Well, without a hard count or, a high snap. They had to go up high to get it. And how about this one right here, Coach? On cue.
Well, it was 3rd and 20, though.
Oh.
So Frontier was going to give him a little bit. Give him a dime, don't give him a dollar.
I probably shouldn't be looking at to see what the scores are of the other games.
All right, so Seto Castaneda is the defense coordinator for the Titans, and he's done an excellent job all year, and we see the adjustments that he's made. Hey, the one thing that, Centennial has got on us is a couple throws here, and so playing those safeties deep is going to prevent that from happening. So good stop here by the Titans, forcing a punt.
On the embarrassed 4th and 8 call. Nice snap. Oh, a wobbler, not a good punt. And maybe it'll get some kind of a bounce. That's good. That's decent. It turned out okay at the 27-yard line, and nobody had a chance to return it, so That's good.
Yeah, you'll take about a 25, 20, 30-yard net against these guys.
Okay. 4:50 remains in the third. We're tied at 14. Obviously, now I'm busted trying to find scores for other games when I thought it was a first down, and it ultimately ends up being a 4th and long.
An extra dose of carbs from the added sugar. And thanks to its naturally high levels of protein and fat, chocolate milk has enough calories to fuel muscle and joint.
So the Titans break out of the huddle quickly. I formation behind quarterback Brady Campbell. They stay on the ground again. And it's R.J. Green. He gets taken down after a gain of about 4 yards.
So R.J. is going to have to do the heavy lifting right now. Typically they rotate their backs. So he'll have to step up here, but a really good gain there of 5 yards on first down.
Second down and 5 at the 33-yard line.
I think Frontiers decided to play a little bully ball by just getting in an I formation.
Stutter step by Green, and it might pay dividends, and it still not over, and he picks up a tough first down there. Boy, that was 2nd and 5. He was hit at the line of scrimmage and picked up 7 yards after first contact.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't have to get real fancy if you can, put that fullback in there and pound the rock. You look down on that Frontier sideline, you see Triton Douglas, from a kid that used to pound the rock here 10 years ago. Like nobody's business.
I was just down talking about him. You handed the ball off to him. Well, you called the play to hand the ball off to him. I think 12 or 13, maybe 14 straight carries at BHS. He went from 5-yard line to pay dirt, 95 yards, and I almost think it was 19 carries. I don't know if you remember. It was.
Well, the kid was a horse, and we had an awesome offensive line in front of him that year with a tough fullback in Garrett Brown, and then Evan Moore was the quarterback and Jazz Thind at receiver. That was again the highest rated Frontier team that there's been. This team has maybe a shot if they can win the championship. I think they'll eclipse that team.
3 minutes left here in the third. Tied at 14. Just saw 2 of those young men you mentioned in the booth below during halftime. Around the corner, trying to get free, and he slips up. That's Malcolm Watkins.
On the carry, number 1, Malcolm Watkins.
Watkins has had a nice game. Coughed at the ball on one of those long runs, but his teammates got it for him, but he also chewed up some big yardage.
Yeah, you see again earlier this week, I think it was Saturday, he was offered by Fresno State. So the Bulldogs have always been really good about recruiting this valley here, and you get an offer from them, it's pretty special.
Tomorrow night, I'm going to be calling some college hoops, and the Bulldogs are going to be in town. I formation. Campbell, play action, rolls to his right, looks, fires. It's caught out there. A beautiful catch by Braxton Shirley.
Number 8, Braxton Shirley.
And that's a big first down.
On the stop, number 3, Roger Hodges.
Second time we've seen him boot out of the I formation over there, and second time it's been open. First time that they completed it.
20-yard pickup on the play. 1st and 10 Frontier at the Centennial 25.
All right, nice drive here by the Titans.
Brady Campbell, calm, cool, collected, boots to the right, throws a BB to Shirley. And now it's 1st and 10 on the 25-yard line. I formation again. In motion comes Watkins. They hand it off to Green. Green, stutter steps, looks, still on his feet. Boy, he's just so hard to get down, Coach. I mean, he gets hit, and then he's moving his legs, and next thing you know, he falls forward, and it's going to be 2nd and 2.
Well, I think Bandy's adjustments at halftime a little bit, hey, let's get in that I formation, add that fullback to the mix, and put a hat on a hat and see who's the better man. And right now, with this drive in particular, Frontier has been the more physical team.
Campbell jogs back in. Again, it's going to be I formation. Again, it's Green. Green shakes a couple shoulders and picks up the first down. And right between the hash marks now at the 9-yard line, it should be 1st and goal. They have it just inside, so it's going to be 1st and goal from the 9.
1st and goal Frontier from the 9-yard line.
As an offensive lineman, you love when the coach puts the onus on you and says, hey, run behind me, I'll get you yards. And right now they're getting 7, 8, 9 yards a carry.
When they needed it most, Coach. First and goal. They go to Green. Green right up the middle, gets hit hard by Esparza, but way too late. Frontier's in.
Boy, great drive by the Titans there, just taking it right at the heart and soul of the Centennial Golden Hawks. All right, critical extra point coming up here.
On to the extra point, number 0,
Braden Boozer.
Hugo Flores getting set to hold. Mark Bandy, the long snapper.
Boozer's a sophomore.
It's low, and it's hard like a 3-iron, and it's good. So 21-14, and Coach Bandy put together a nice drive there with his staff, and that's a drive that included a 50-yard long bomb attempt, but it just was deflected, knocked away, so they just stayed with it and just finished it out. So it wasn't just all run, but they got it in.
Yeah, heavy run, little play action pass involved in there, and Frontier back in the lead here. Again, what you want to do here is force Centennial to march at 80 yards, which they haven't been able to do yet. Their 2 touchdowns have come off of short drives.
Talked to Coach Sterrett about
giving millions their chance to get in the game.
This team, where they're at in the post-Jet Santiago era for this season. He'll be back, but where are these guys at, where their heads at? And he said, hey, Vance, look, we know who we are. We know that he was a vital part of our offense, and we know all that, but we know who we are. And so you think about the Golden Hawks without Jet or with Jet and what this game would look like. But as my high school basketball coach, Gary Saddam, used to say, fellas, if ifs and buts were cherries and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas.
Nice return there by the Golden Hawks. I think one of the things we've seen from them is a lot of check with me at the line. And I think if Coach Sterrett ever gets in a situation where the Titans bring those safeties back up again, he'll take another shot. But I think he's going to be pretty leery about taking shots downfield while they've got safeties playing with any kind of depth.
Shafter's up big, 49-7 as they begin the third quarter over North. Grant plows his way ahead for 4 tough yards.
4 tough yards, like you said, that looked like it was going to be a 2-yard loss, and to pick up 4 on that is a big deal for the Golden Hawks. Grant's right at probably about 50, 55 yards right now.
At the 39-yard line.
And every one of them has been tough.
Halftime, Roosevelt's up over South, 20-15. Spartans are hanging in there. Wow, number 1 Clovis East, 40-7 over number 4 Clovis.
Wow.
Picked off on the far side. Malcolm Watkins.
Yeah, and that's the hard part. When you're with Centennial, you've got to be patient, because if they play with those safeties back, you don't have the quarterback to make that throw consistently. So huge turnover. Big drive for the Titans with the touchdown. Big turnover. Second one of the game for the Golden Hawks if you count the bad snap on the punt.
What a nice night for Malcolm Watkins as they come out to start this drive with 12 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Back in the I formation.
Campbell behind center. They stay on the ground, and it's going to be green again. Flag on the play. That'll stop the clock here. We also have a score in the fourth quarter. Arroyo Grande 21, Bakersfield 21 in the fourth.
Holding against the offense.
So a hold there on first down. Going to make it 1st and 20, and I'm anxious to see if they stay in that I formation or if they go back into more of a spread set. Look. Roy Vaughn is the fullback, number 9. If he comes off the field, that means they're going spread likely. And they're going to let the half run, or the quarter run out.
So that'll do it for 3 quarters. A nice one brewing up here for the fourth quarter. And the refs are.
I don't think you can have the half end on a penalty.
The quarter can't end. Right. So I saw everybody peeling off and thinking, well, hold on a second. But the band started playing, and Tom said it, so I thought I'd jump on the train. But one untimed play. The score is 21-14. It's the last play of the third quarter, maybe.
Come out in the spread.
Watkins on the right hip of Campbell. They hand the ball to Watkins. Now he's looking to reverse direction, and it doesn't work, and his line's trying to help him along. That didn't help. And I believe that finishes the third quarter. 21-14. We'll be back right after this fourth quarter action on the Kern High Network.
Hey, Dad! Is my weekly allowance up for a negotiation?
No, not really.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll talk about this later.
Well, a lot happening here tonight. We're hearing that BHS and Arroyo Grande are tied at 21 in the fourth quarter. And here we are at Frontier, 21-14. You've got the number 3 Frontier Titans, the number 7 Golden Hawks. Arroyo Grande is number 4, and the Drillers are number 1. So a lot of drama unfolding as we speak. Second and 23. Campbell gets rid of it. Flags everywhere. Both sides of the football field quickly as the play got going.
Yeah, Frontier was one receiver short. He came on late and was still moving towards the line of scrimmage when that ball was snapped.
Coach, as a head coach, during the quarter break and you come out with 10 guys, that doesn't frustrate you, does it?
Oh, man, it frustrates you greatly. And, you look at what has been working for the Titans, that I formation. But then once they got themselves the holding call and they were first and 20, they were kind of put in that situation where maybe the eye wasn't as good. Though, right now Centennial is playing their spread extremely well.
Coach Sterrett declined it.
Yeah, and that probably should have been blown dead before the play even happened. But smart move there by Sterrett because, who wants second and 30 when you can have third and 25.
So now ball's on the Frontier 42. They're trying to get to midfield. Third and 23. Campbell, quick drop, fires down the near side, lays it out there, but this one out of danger, but it's also uncatchable. So it's going to be fourth and super long as we get into this fourth quarter, and Centennial is going to get the football back.
Yeah, great play by that Centennial defense. Again, the guy's very well coached, and we've watched him against, Frontier, and we've watched him against BHS, and they really limit the amount of big plays that they give up out there.
Forster to punt. Perfect snap by Bandy. Nice long punt in this cold air. Should take it doesn't. Oh, that was close.
Living dangerously.
Ooh, that ball took a funky football bounce and almost got Hodges on the ankle. So Centennial, who have not been able to convert on any real long third downs, are going to have to really put something together here with 11:37. They've got time. They can grind one out. They can pick up some firsts and take a shot here and there, but as it stands, they're down 7, and the ball's on their 17-yard line. So 83 yards to go.
Again, pay attention to the depth of these safeties. Look.
Myers looks to get to the outside. Myers! Dangerous, and he goes down at the 42-yard line. No flags, and we haven't seen a lot of them. Wow, and he was banged up, but told he was going to play tonight, and so just like that, boy, that's music to the Golden Hawk fans' ears.
Yeah, he is. And as long as if Frontier is going to play 2 high safeties, Centennial will run it. And they better be able to pick up first downs or they're in trouble. Really good first play of this drive.
Under 11 minutes.
At their own 41-yard line.
3 receivers way out here to the left side, bottom of your screen. Grant looking for some room, and he gets up to the 45-yard line. They're creeping closer to midfield.
Stop number 27, Logan Slayton.
And just expect more of this from the Golden Hawks with a heavy dose of Grant and then an occasional run by Roland Myers or potentially Camps.
Nice crowd over there on the Golden Hawk side. There's a lot going on this time of year, a lot happening on Friday nights, but the faithful are out tonight. Second and 5. Scott, the quarterback, throws out here quickly to Myers. Myers looks to make a move, and he picks up the first down, I believe. If they give it to him, they do. First down, Golden Hawks. Boy, that's all rolling right there, Coach.
Yeah, that was all guts right there. Again, fighting to get that extra 2 or 3 yards to pick up the first down. Nice throw out there.
And Coach, look, Keegan Robertson got to him. I mean, there were some Titans that got to him very quickly, but just that mentality of, hey, this is it. It's our season. This is it. And Myers proves that.
Well, there's something to be said when you're a senior and you realize if you don't get this one, that's it for your football career.
Of course. High snap. Flag on the play. At the snap by the far judge over on the other side.
Now Frontier went back to the no safety look.
On the offense, 5-yard penalty.
I'm thinking with this 5-yard penalty, they'll play with a safety here. But if Sterrett can catch them on that's when they want to run that play action again. Fake it to the running back and hit the tight end or
Coach Bandy declining it to make it 2nd and 10.
All right, again, every snap I'm watching these Frontier safeties. And they're playing deep.
A nice play, really nice play. And Scott knew he was going to get hit by Slayton, but he's still able to get 7 yards. Or 6, let's say 6. Titan Tom says 5. We say 6. We're 20 feet higher than him, so we're right. But there's that third down Thunder.
Again, the Titans have played really good defense on third down all night long. If I'm Sterrett, I'm going to call a check with me here. I'm going to go hut, see what the defense is, then I'll call the play after that. You could get a free first down if they jump, but then again.
No, they made up their mind. They're going with it. And how about Roland Myers? He gets to the 30-yard line, and that was a decisive, controlled offensive set right there, and they picked up a really, really important first down. Ooh.
Yeah, this is the best drive of the night for the Golden Hawks. Again, leaning on that offensive line, getting just enough variety between Grant and Myers and quarterback running the ball.
In the fourth quarter, it's the Arroyo Grande Eagles 21, the Bakersfield Drillers 21.
Another ooh and ah moment from the audience hearing that score that we repeated, 21 up downtown Bakersfield.
Frontier really mixing up their defenses here.
Grant busts through. Oh, and man, they almost knocked the ball out of his hands. He hung on. And Grant's got issues with his pants tonight. The Grant pants are, every time he gets up, he's got to pull those drawers up. I don't know if he had the belt break or something, but
Gain of 8 on the play.
He doesn't care. Give me the
Second
ball.
and 2.
Give me the
At
ball.
23-yard line.
Great drive here by the Golden Hawks, answering here. 7 minutes, 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Coach, if you're that defensive front from the Titans, you can feel it now. You can feel they're coming at you. They do send Myers and Howard, who's got a touchdown catch, Howard does, out to the right side. The big tight end on the right side is there, and again, a run right up the middle.
And up to number 2, Jason Grant.
And it's Grant again plowing ahead.
Number 53, Nate Espiriqueta.
Again, this is the type of game that Centennial wants. They want to just be able to grind you, keep it close.
First down, Centennial.
Tackle made by Nate Espiriqueta, jersey 53, a junior for the Titans. That seems to be a common theme. Every time we mention a name for the Titans, not every one of them, but a lot of them are juniors or younger. 6.5 remaining here in the fourth. The quarterback, Grant Scott's done a really nice job tonight, Coach. He's really maneuvered a nice offense and kept us cool. And now they go to a new running back, and they put the ball in the hands of Iteruria.
Number 25, Michael Iteruria.
And Iteruria started the game with a big run back on the first kickoff, get it to about the 40-yard line. So jersey 25's been involved. We're at the 6-minute mark here, and the one thing this drive has certainly done, it's kept the Titan offense off the field completely.
Second and 8 at the 18.
Yeah, and they're grinding clock down, picking up yards in small pieces, the chunks, but consistently moving it. They can avoid any penalties here. It's going to be tough for the Titans to stop them.
2nd and 8, couple of big downs right here. They give it to Grant. Grant falls forward to the 11-yard line. And a Golden Hawk lineman is down. He got banged up, and we hope he's all right. He's one of their big fellas. And the ref's going to stop the clock for a second. One of the linemen, and it's big Jaden Chavez, one of their senior offensive linemen. He doing his job, trying to keep that defensive front off of their running back. And it's going to be a big 3rd and 3. Ooh. Ball is at the 13-yard line. So if they – and, Coach, I'm looking at that first down marker. It almost looks like it's about a foot behind or in front of the 10-yard line, meaning they could almost pick up a first down. I think if they get it, it'll be 1st and goal no matter what.
I think so.
Yeah. It's like at the 10.5-yard line, but if they break the plane of that first down marker, it's going to be 1st and goal. So good to see that the big fella, Jaden Chavez, is walking off.
They're going to miss him, though, in this situation. He's got a 325-pound bench and a 385-pound squat. You like to run behind those kind of guys.
In one of these moments, for sure. So here comes a couple of two-down territories plays right here. Grant Scott looks back at his main man, Jason Grant. And he falls down, Myers does, loses his footing at the 15-yard line. And it is wet, and it's soggy, and it's muddy. Not muddy per se, but it's certainly sketchy. So how about this? Under 5 to go. And there'll be no field goals here.
Yeah, and this is when it's been most difficult for Centennial, when they've got what would typically be a pure passing situation. Frontier has dominated these, and if they're playing with safeties, I can see you giving the ball to Grant. If they're not, then you're going to have to throw it. Find your best matchup, which is probably Roland Myers.
I wouldn't be surprised if Coach Sterrett called a timeout. And guess what? There's a lot. This is the play. This is. I wouldn't say their season. It's close though. Got to pick this up. There is 4:26 remaining here, but if they were not to pick it up, with R.J. Green in the backfield and some of the weapons that the Frontier Titans have, you could see where they conceivably be able to burn 4 minutes. But so a rightful timeout to take here, Coach.
Yeah, a good call because you got to get it right. We've seen Sterrett come up with really good play calls in these situations too. throughout the season. So he'll have something that they really like. Maybe your best, 2-point conversion type play in this situation is what you would go to, something that you practiced consistently throughout the week. And, I'm interested to see what Seto Castaneda has, if he's going to go hard man coverage, believing that they're going to run, or if he's going to play some guys off, thinking that they're going to pass. Right now it looks like the safeties are at 9 yards. He's stepping forward, though.
Big time play here. You can feel it. All the crowd's into it. Here we go, 4th and 4. Ball's at the 14-yard line. Scott rolls to his right, throws, fires it up, puts it in the corner. It's a battle for it, and it's broken up. No flags anywhere. And a nice play out there by, is that Cowboy Hatcher? Cowboy Hatcher.
Yeah, great play man-to-man. A lot of faith in him. Ball thrown a little short, knocked it down. Good pass rush there by the Titans as well.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. You're right. They brought it at him.
And when that cover zero, had faith in their defensive backs. Now, I would think that Frontier is going to line up I formation, get into their 4-minute offense. Roy Vaughn is on the field there. He plays the fullback in this deal and looking to pound the ball.
So you've
to run the clock out.
Sorry, Coach. Vaughn right behind Campbell. They hand the ball to Green. Green, they're going to try to strip that thing every time he touches it. He's one tough customer to bring down, i.e. they don't. The whistles just blow.
Number 25, R.J. Green.
And so now Coach Sterrett with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, and again for the Golden Hawks, they're not a team that, can move the ball quickly down the field. So if I'm Coach Sterrett, man, you want to stop now, but they're likely going to get the first down. Then you're going to have to start burning those timeouts.
3:42 and counting. Campbell taking every last second he can. He looks at the official. He knows when it's going to start. And they go to Green again. Green, poised, strong, grinds out a run, and at the very end, he falls forward for the first down.
On the stop, number 8, Jaden Hernandez.
Yeah, now if I'm Centennial and Coach Coyle, who's called a great game all night defensively, I'm not going to play with a safety 15 yards deep. I'm going to put everybody in the box like the Titans have done earlier, and maybe you dare the Titans to throw on you, but you cannot afford them to get one more first down.
And, Coach, talk me through the timeout scenarios as we're now below 3 minutes, and it's 1st and 10.
Well, anything that stays in bounds, I'm calling a timeout on.
Okay.
From here on out. I've got only 2 left. And, Campbell's a good quarterback.
Hands it to Green. You can bet it's going to stay in bounds. Green's looking to bust one, and it's a 7-yard gain, and it stays in bounds between the hash marks.
On the tackle, number 88, Isaiah.
Now, one thing as on offense in these 4-minute situations is you're going to tell your running back, hey, you're going to keep 2 hands on the ball, and you're not really going to fight for those last extra yard or so, because that's when a lot of strips and fumbles happen. Take what they give you, protect the football most importantly.
2nd and 4. 2 minutes exactly. Campbell takes the snap, hands to Green. Green cuts back. There's some blocking upfield, and he's going to go down. He's not going out of bounds. Smart play there at the 35-yard line, and now that is just shy.
R.J. Green. On the stop, number 3, Roderick Hodges.
Good stop there by the Golden Hawks to prevent that first down.
Gain of 3 on the play. 3rd down and 1 at the 35-yard line.
I'm surprised they haven't called the timeout.
Yeah, time is just rolling by here.
They've got 2 of them. A first down here pretty much ends it.
Again, Vaughn right behind Campbell and Green behind Vaughn. Campbell falls forward with it and picks up his own first down.
I think he fumbled that snap.
So did I.
Number 17, Brady Campbell.
And so now the timeout called.
Timeout,
That
Centennial.
ball was loose, Coach.
Scary.
Okay, well, as it stands, 21-14.
Hey fans, after a fun game of football, you want to eat like a champion.
104 left.
You can't resist hand-battered, cooked-to-order chicken finger meals, crisply crinkle-cut fries.
And what we're hearing is it's still tied up. BHS
Proud sponsor of the CIF Central section, that's Raising Cane's.
and Arroyo Grande. And if the Drillers were to win, they would host the winner of this. If Frontier hangs on, they'll either go to BHS, or if they win this and BHS loses, they'll host Arroyo Grande here next Friday night. Wow.
Frontier in victory formation.
Ho-ho.
38-yard line.
And Coach Sterritt calls the timeout.
Yeah, and they just don't have enough time. The Frontier will be able
Timeout called by
Bandy did the
Centennial.
math right. They're going to be able to just kneel it 2 more times, finish this thing out.
Coach, your thoughts on a possible Kern High Network player of the game? You throw out a couple of names.
Well, it's been a big week for Malcolm Watkins. He got offered from Fresno State on Saturday. He had a big run, really opened up this second half on a positive note for the Titans, and he's played really good defense throughout. So that would be my number one guy.
I'm not going to disagree with that. If it remains this way and Frontier gets the win, we'll make that call. But it's not over. We'll see here.
So you'll snap this ball, you'll kneel it, you'll then have about 40 seconds. So 20 seconds, you'll snap it again.
And he goes down, and that clock's going to roll. I think that the scoreboard has it up for one more timeout, but he does not have it. And we're hearing now that BHS just made a 41-yard field goal, and it's 24-21. Not much time left there,
Wow.
so this might shape up.
Peter Mitchell still have eligibility left for the Drillers?
It might shape up for a BHS Frontier final. We'll see. This one, oh gosh, flag on the play. Does it surprise you they're in the shotgun?
A little bit, but do remember he did fumble a snap under center.
So the penalty is against the Golden Hawks, and it's over. Coach, your thoughts as we see Frontier celebrating, and it looks like they're going to a Valley Championship game. Not sure who just yet, but could be the Drillers, could be hosting against Arroyo Grande. Your thoughts, Coach?
Great game, great environment. Again, Frontier puts on a show. And a hard-fought game. Both teams very physical, very well coached. An exceptional game on a Friday night.
Our Kern High Network player of the game, the junior, the DB, the wide receiver, jersey number 1, Malcolm Watkins. On behalf of Julian Wilson, Rich Cornford, I'm Vance Palm. Frontier moves on to the Valley Championship. Stay tuned to see who and when and where they play. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Good night, and God bless.